everyone, welcome to Money Nook. In this video, let's talk about how to make a yearly budget for yourself. After watching this video, you will know how to make a budget. You will gain complete clarity on your own income, expenses and savings. What do I mean by clarity here? For example, if I ask you how much did you spend in the last 1 week or in the last 1 month, you will give me an approximate number, right? But if I ask you what are your top 5 expenses typically, you might not be able to answer the question. But after watching this video and making your own budget and thinking about it, you will be able to answer this question and know about your income, expenses and savings in much more detail. And thirdly, you will also know how to plan for your money in such a way that you always have enough money left to spend upon things which you really want to have. And you will also know how to cut down unnecessary expenses which you might be doing today subconsciously or just because someone else is doing. Lastly, you will also know how to plan for your own financial goals, be it your savings goals where you want to save X amount of money every month or every year, or your spending goals. Spending goals as in getting that one product that you want to buy, getting that experience you want to have, or going for a vacation, etc. So you will be able to plan for both of these things. Now, after watching this video, within 1 hour, you will make your own yearly budget. First, let's talk about what a budget is. Budget is nothing but planning your own money in such a way that you are able to meet your needs, wants and fulfill your dreams. So all we need to do is balance out this equation. Income equals to expenses plus our savings or investments for our future. In this video, I'll talk about a young couple Anand and Lahari and I'll show how they plan their yearly budget. Obviously, their income, expenses and goals would be different from yours, right? So, in order to help you plan your own budget, I'll attach an Excel sheet in this video description. You can download it and plan your own budget. If you are not comfortable with Excel and if you want to plan using a pen and paper method or you want to plan your budget in an app, that is fine as well. For people who want to do it on paper, I am also attaching a downloadable file. You can take a printout of it and you can plan it on paper. If you want to do it in an app, I will put up another video in coming weeks and you can watch it out. But irrespective of the way that you want to do, be it on Excel, pen and paper or on an app, the logic remains the same and I'll talk about the logic and how to go about it in this video. So let's get started. So step number 1, list down all your expenses, however small they might be or however big they might be, list them all out. Let's have a look at how Anand and Lahari have listed down their expenses. Anand and Lahari listed down all the expenses they have and they also grouped them into some categories and based upon the time period as monthly expenses budgeted within the year and budgeted across the years. As you saw, Anand and Lahari listed down their expenses and grouped them as well. If you watched my video on expenses, you would know the logic behind this grouping. If not, I'll talk about this grouping in the next 3 steps. In step number 2, first let's talk about the monthly expenses that we saw in their grouping. Under monthly expenses, Anand and Lahari list down all the expenses that they incur every month. For example, paying house rent, paying for your groceries, etc. These things happen every month and hence they are considered as monthly expenses. Now let's look at how Anand and Lahari budget their monthly expenses. There are multiple expenses in monthly expenses. To start off with house rent and maintenance. Anand and Lahari live in a 2 BHK in Hyderabad and they pay a house rent of 16,000 plus they have a maintenance bill of 2,000 rupees. So totally they spend 18,000 for house rent and maintenance. Similarly for electricity. Typically they get a bill of 600 to 700 rupees per month. So let's assume 700 is the budget. For phone, they already have taken an annual subscription for 2400. That makes it 200 per month. And since there are two people, it is 400 per month. Similarly, we can list down the remaining expenses as well. As you can see, I have put down comments for each of the expense wherever applicable. And if there is something to talk about it in detail, you can refer that as well. Once all their monthly expenses are filled, we can see that they spend approximately 34,500 rupees every month on their monthly expenses. And multiplying it by 12, in column F, you can see how much these expenses cost them per year. In column G, you can see the percentage of these expenses in the total expenses that they have. After planning for our monthly expenses, now let's talk about expenses within the year. These are the expenses which we are sure that we will spend in this year, but we are not sure when we'll do that. For example, if I am planning to go for a vacation in this year, I am not sure which month I'll go. I may go in January, I may go in March, I may go in any month. Similarly, if I want to buy 10 pairs of clothes in this year, I'll not buy one pair every month, right? I'll buy, let's say, 3 pairs in February and 5 more pairs in October. I don't know when I'll buy them, but I'm sure that I will buy them within this year. So if I don't budget for these kind of expenses in advance, then I'll not have money left for them when I want to buy them suddenly. For example, if I want to go for a vacation in December, then if I did not save the previous 11 months, I'll not have money to go for the vacation in December, because I'll not have enough surplus budget in December. So that is why for these kinds of expenses, you need to plan at the start of your year itself. Let's see how Anand and Lahari planned for these kind of expenses. We can see that they have listed entertainment, medicine, clothes, home travel, vacation, etc. So now let's talk about entertainment. They have budgeted 500 rupees per year for Prime, because they are sharing it with another household, and Prime is 1000 rupees in India. So by 2 is 500 per year, and per month it is 500 divided by 12, which is 42. Similarly, they have planned for Kindle Unlimited as well. Medical expenses, they don't have any planned medical expenses, but just as an emergency fund, they have planned 12,000 rupees for it and set it aside. Now, moving on to clothes and accessories. Clothes and accessories, we have to talk about it in bit more detail, because this is not one single item. There will be multiple clothing and accessory items that you would want to buy in a year. So now let's look at how we can plan for such items. As you can see, first Anand listed down all the different kind of clothes or accessories that he purchases in an year. Then he has put down a number of things that he wants to buy. For example, he wants to buy 3 trousers and 5 shirts in that year, and the approximate cost of each of them. Then the total cost works out to be 24,000 for year for Anand's clothes. Now moving on. Similarly, Lahari has listed down her clothes that she wants to buy, and it comes out to be 35,000 for that year. And they also listed down common items such as bed sheet, towels, etc. And it amounts to 3000 per year. They have added all of this up and put it down here. It amounts to 62,000 for that year. Similarly, they have planned for their home travel, vacation, other travel, and gifts as well. We just saw how Anand and Lahari budgeted their expenses within the year. Now let's talk about expenses that are spread across multiple years. For example, take about buying a laptop or buying this desk. I'll not do it every month or every year. I'll do it whenever this gets spoiled and I need to replace it. It might be in 5 years, 10 years, or sometimes even more, right? So how do we plan and budget for such expenses? Because whenever I want to buy my furniture, I will not have surplus budget in that month. So I need to plan in advance for these kind of expenses as well. So now in step number 4, let's talk about how to budget for these kind of products and expenses. Now let's see how Anand and Lahari planned for these products. As we can see, Anand and Lahari listed down mobile, laptop, furniture, electronics, etc. Before going into the details of the numbers that are present here, let's have a look at a different table. As you can see the table here, I have put down a table for all the items that a typical household will have, like mobile, TV, fridge, AC, bed, mattress, etc. After listing down all the items in your household, now put down the approximate cost for each of the items. For example, Anand's mobile costs around 30,000 rupees and he uses it for 2 years typically. So 30,000 rupees is for 2 years. Now the cost per 1 year works out to be 15,000, and similarly cost per 1 month would work out to be 1250. In this way you can calculate the cost per month for each of the products that are present in your household. Now that you know the total number, which is 6,749 here, just copy this down into your main table. Anand and Lahari similarly summarize their expenses that are spread across the years, and they spend around 6,750 rupees per month. It does not mean that they spend this money every month, but that they are saving this amount in a separate account so that they can just take it out and spend whenever they are going to buy any of these products. Now that we know all the different kinds of expenses that they are spending, Let's see the total. They are spending a total of 53,000 rupees every month, and per year it works out to be 6 lakhs 36,000 rupees. Okay, now we know the total expenses that we have. Let's have a look at our income. Anand and Lahari are both employed and working for software firms. Now let's have a look at their salary income. They get some basic HRA and other allowances, total of which is 45,000 for Anand and 30,000 for Lahari. After EPF and tax, their in-hand salary together works out to be 67,000 rupees. Now this is their salary income. Apart from the salary income, they have few other sources of income as well, which are listed in the table on the right side. As you can see, Anand has a house which is of 20 lakh rupees, but currently it is not rented due to COVID. So he is not getting any monthly income out of it. He has a bank deposit and also some money invested in shares, which are giving him returns. All this put together is around 1200 rupees. He also writes a blog out of which he gets 200 rupees per month. So it is 1200. Similarly, Lahari has an ancestral fee which is again of 20 lakhs and she's getting 1250 per month out of it. Actually, it is not monthly income, but she gets 15,000 per year approximately, which works out to be 1250 per month. Similarly, she gets 500 per month out of bank interest. So their other income works out to be around 2,950 for both of them put together, and post tax it is 2,610 rupees. Now we know their total income, which is 82,239 for them, out of which in hand is 70,000 and 12,000 is saved in their EPF accounts. Typically, when you're talking about your income, you talk about your salary, or if you're a business person or in a profession, you talk about your professional income or profit from business, and you consider that for planning. But you typically don't consider your income from other sources. But it is important that you add these income as well to your main source of income. Okay, now we know the expenses as well as the income. Now let's look at the savings. In the summary tab, you can check out the details about your savings. In the first table, you can check the details about your income. First, you have your in-hand income, then the income that is deposited in EPF or any other mandatory savings, and lastly, your total income. In the second table, we have details about savings from in-hand income. First, let's talk about savings after your current year expenses are taken care of. Here you can see that Anand and Lahari are spending around 46,000 every month for current year expenses. After this, they have a savings of around 24,000, which works out to be 34% of their in hand income. Similarly, if you consider their future expenses as well, these are expenses which are budgeted across years, like for products such as mobiles, furniture, etc. It is 6,749 rupees. After considering these expenses, since they'll spend it someday or the other, their savings work out to be 17,000 approximately. And after this, you can see that their savings percentage is around 25% of their in hand income. Now, if you also consider EPF and other mandatory savings in the income, then their savings percentage after current year expenses is 44%, and after future expenses as well, it is 35.5%. So, net after adding up all the incomes that they have and after subtracting all the expenses they have now and they'll have in the future, you can see that they are saving around 35.5%. This is their final savings percentage. So we just saw that Anand and Lahari are able to save 35.5% of their total income. They wanted to save 40%, so they are falling short of their target. Similarly, when you are preparing your own budget, you might be able to save more than what you targeted for or less than what you targeted for. If you are able to save more, then well and good for you. You just need to become a bit more liberal and you can spend some money any way that you would want to. If you are falling short of your target, then you need to review your expenses once again. To start off with, first you need to check your top 5 expenses and see where you can cut down some spending. After doing that, if you are still falling short of your target, then check out your top 5 discretionary expenses and see if you can cut down. Now let's see how Anand and Lahari will rework their expenses. First, let's identify the top expenses. As we can see, house rent and maintenance, then food, then weekend restaurant or movie, and clothes and accessories work out to be the top expenses. Let's talk about them one by one. House rent and maintenance. Anand and Lahari are very comfortable with their current home and they would not want to change that. So they cannot cut down the expense here. Moving on to the next big item, it's food. They also don't want to cut down any expense on the food as they have very good quality food and they want to continue with the same kind of food that they are having currently. Moving on to weekend restaurant and movie. Anand and Lahari enjoy going out, so they have budgeted around 4,000 rupees, budgeting 1,000 rupees for every week. Now they are rethinking this expense. They are considering to go out only for 2 weekends and then spend 2 weekends in the home with their friends. If they do this, then let's check out what will their savings percentage look like. It is 38%. So they are able to improve 2.5 percentage of their savings by cutting down their weekend outing. So they would want to cut down this and they are planning to have some home parties. Now they are still 2% short of their target. So let's look at their clothing and accessories expense. It is 10% of their total expenses now. Anand did not want to cut down any expenses as he is already spending a bit minimal on his clothing. So Lahari is considering what she can cut down. She is considering to reduce the number of dresses to 4 and she is also foregoing to buy any party wear. With this, their savings has changed to 38.7 percentage. After this, there are no top expenses that they can work upon. So they wanted to check their discretionary expenses. Under discretionary expenses, again in the top spends, weekend expenses and clothes and accessories come. Rest all are less than 5 percentage. But among these two, they would not want to reduce any further. So now among the other expenses, Anand wants to relook at his mobile expense. As you can see, Anand is replacing his mobile every 2 years. But usually at the end of 2 years, his mobile is still in a very good condition. So he's thinking to use the mobile for 3 years. If he does that, then the expenses will reduce and their savings increase to 39.2 percentage. Anand and Larry have checked all their expenses and they would not want to cut down any further expenses. So 39.2 percentage is their final savings number. So we just saw how Anand and Lahari reworked their expenses in order to save 39% of their total income versus their target of 40%. Similarly, you can also rework your expenses and save. Now let's look at the Excel which you can use to plan your own budget. I have attached this Excel in the video description link. As you can see on the screen, in income expenses and summary of sample case, the details of Anand and Lahari's budget are present. Similarly, you can plan your own budget in income, expenses and summary your plan. If you check out the income tab of your plan, you will be able to fill the details of your own income as well as your spouse income if you are married. Then you will also be able to put down the details about your income from other sources. I have also given the flexibility to add more different kinds of assets and investments which you might be having. Now let's have a look at the expenses your plan tab. In the expenses your plan tab, I have listed down all the expenses that are present in Anand and Lahari's case. On top of that, I have added some other types of expenses such as expenses for kids, expenses for our parents, etc. Similarly, you will also be able to add any different category or subcategory of expenses that you might be having which are not present. And finally, you will be able to check out your own savings summary in the summary tab. Okay, now you have your own Excel sheet ready to prepare your budget. So don't wait and get started and make your yearly budget. After making your yearly budget, you might start getting new questions such as, let's say you have saved 25% of what you are earning. Is 25% good enough to cover all your future needs and expenses, or should you be saving more or should you be saving less? And where should you invest the money that you have saved? If you have all these questions, don't worry, I have got you covered. Please watch out for subsequent videos on annual budgeting as well as different investment options which I will upload in the next few weeks. If you find the content in this video useful, please like this video and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to Money Nook. Thank you and bye-bye.